Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for June 2020. We're going to start off with your love reading, but make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because at the end of the video, after the X spread, I'm going to pull some letters for you from this bag here, which could spell a message for you, a name. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. So let's go ahead and start with this deck. This is a love reading for the sign of Taurus for June 2020. The first card you have, Taurus, is the Seven of Coins. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Knight of Coins. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Nine of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Ace of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Five of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. The Devil. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Knight of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. Ace of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for June. And the Eight of Swords. What's the most important thing the sign of Taurus needs to hear about their love life for June 2020? The message that you have, Taurus, is the Six of Wands. So this is a victory. Perhaps, if you're really struggling in a relationship, in a marriage, this is definitely telling you that you can have a victory in that situation in the month of June, or if you're looking for somebody new, this can also be a victory in that. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. And if you'd like a private reading with me, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com, and I'll put a link down below. So what I was seeing here when I was pulling the cards, I feel like you may be coming into the month kind of thinking like nothing is happening. Nothing has changed. I see a lot of thinking going on here with the Seven of Coins. You could be dealing with someone who has you kind of waiting on them. This is someone who's trying to make a decision, but someone who's trying to be very careful about what they're going to do next. As far as your love life, you've got, kind of slow movement here, slow progress. But you do have the Nine of Cups. So, when I pulled this card, I feel like there's a lot of happiness waiting for you as far as a relationship that you want. The Nine of Cups is, of course, it's a wish card. So you might be wishing maybe to work things out with your partner or wishing to reconcile with an ex. This just feels like it's a lot of happiness. It's kind of on hold right now. Like somebody's doing a lot of thinking or trying to figure things out. Yeah, look at this row. Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, the Devil. I feel like somebody, like, they need clarity. I feel like someone does not have clarity. Ace of Swords could be maybe that, somebody changing their mind as far as your relationship, your marriage. This is clarity. This is truth and clarity. We have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, this is somebody who is struggling maybe and kind of understanding your relationship or understanding where you're coming from. This is a deep inner struggle here. And we also have the Devil. You could be dealing with the sign of Capricorn, but more than likely there could be a lot of negativity around this relationship. Because we have the Devil here and the Five of Wands, it could be the fighting with the Five of Wands. This could represent a lot of fighting, a lot of pettiness, a lot of bickering, because you're not on the same page. And seeing the Devil next to this, it could be that, you might be dealing with a relationship that maybe it's become toxic. I feel like that'll apply to some of you, not everyone, where like somebody has to change their tune here. Somebody has to change their perspective so that this relationship could work, because there's still a lot of potential happiness here. But I do feel like somebody has you waiting. Like somebody is doing a lot of thinking as far as this new beginning here. The Ace of Cups. Like there is a new beginning, even if, you're dealing with a toxic relationship. Of course, if you're dealing with an abusive relationship, physically abusing relationship, then you should definitely, kind of leave that relationship. But there is a new beginning. Maybe you're just not seeing things the same way. Maybe you're not on the same page. We've got the Eight of Swords here. What I see here, let me just kind of hold them up for you. We've got the Eight of Swords there. And we've got the Knight of Wands here with the Ace of Cups in the middle. It's like there's a potential relationship here, a potential new beginning. One person is eager. This is someone who is eager and like, we're going to work this out. We're going to stay together, or I'm going to get this person back. We're going to get back together. And the other person is like, I don't really know how to make that happen. And it could be that maybe you're dealing with a relationship or somebody, maybe just one person sees a relationship as completely toxic and the other person is like, there's no problem here. Like, we can work this out. Okay, let me get a few more from the confirmation deck. Actually, this deck right here. And then after I use the confirmation deck, we're going to really zoom in with this deck and take a look at the person that you love. Okay. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? Got 2 of coins. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? 10 of coins. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? And 7 of swords. So now you've got the devil. I'll just kind of move you down a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at. This is the 7 of swords. So now you've got the devil and the 7 of swords. Actually, the devil, the 7, and the 8 of swords. I just feel like there could be a lot of kind of negativity around a relationship. Of course, the 7 of swords does represent deceit. Let me get a confirmation card for this. And I also want to get one for the devil to see what this is really about. Why has the devil come up for the sign of Taurus? Why has the devil come up for the sign of Taurus? The high priestess. I mean, think about what the devil represents. It represents the human ego. It's like somebody is kind of mostly coming from ego instead of trusting their intuition. And it could be maybe that, again, it doesn't have to be something horrible. It could be that you're dealing maybe with a relationship or marriage where there is a lot of fighting. There is a lot of, this is a card of like pettiness, taking shots at each other, a lot of, kind of childish behavior where like really there's a need to really trust your intuition. Like, is it time to move on? Can you really work this out? I feel like someone is eager and the other person is just like, I don't know how to make this happen. Like, I don't know how we can get past this. Let me also look at the 7 of swords here. Let me just hold it up for you so you can see what I'm looking at. Why has the 7 of swords come up for the sign of Taurus? The magician. So the magician is about manifestation. This is like knowing that you're creating your own reality. So someone could be completely in denial as far as, I feel like whoever it is that's kind of like stirring the pot here, that's what it feels like. Someone who is creating kind of like a lot of negativity in a relationship or in a marriage. They're not seeing their own power here, and that they're, maybe destroying a relationship or a marriage. There's a lot of power that they're not seeing. They're not using that power in a positive way. Okay, so let's look at, I just want to confirm that. Let's look at these 3 cards. So again, there is a relationship here. This could also be a marriage. This is stability, a happy home, but that's not what I see going on around it. We've got the 2 of coins. This is instability. This could be a relationship where it's, off and on, they come, they go, a lot of ups and downs. Again, you could be dealing with someone here who is their own worst enemy. I mean, the 7 of swords, the 8 of swords, the devil, the 5 of wands. Again, I feel like there could be a lot of pettiness, a lot of fighting, where someone is mostly coming from their ego and not really, trusting their intuition. This was the confirmation. Like, they're supposed to be, kind of trusting their own, intuition, coming from a higher place, but instead they're coming from a lower place. Okay, so let's get some cards now from the confirmation deck, and then we're going to zoom in and take a look at the person that you love. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? We've got the 6 of Pentacles. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? The Ace of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for June? And the 2 of Wands. Okay, so remember that the main energy, let me just kind of move you this way a little bit so you can see the cards. The main energy was the 6 of Wands. So although you have some kind of slightly challenging messages here with, the 5 of Wands, the Devil, the 7 and the 8 of Swords, you still have victory. You can still work on this relationship. There's still a new beginning here. We've got the Ace of Cups. You can reconcile, or there can have a new beginning in a relationship, in a marriage. There is a delay around this, though. You've got the 2 of Wands. There's, kind of waiting. I feel like the waiting is kind of being on the same page. Like, somebody needs to really see the light. See, somebody needs clarity. And we're going to see with this deck, whether it's you or the person that you love. This is all about everybody getting what they deserve, receiving. Maybe, the key to you getting what you deserve is maybe giving this person some time. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that spread, that deck right now. Let's see what comes up. Show me the person that Taurus loves. You've got Temperance. Show me the person that Taurus loves. 8 of Wands. Show me the person that Taurus loves. Look at this. They've got the Two of Coins. So this is them, not you. Show me the person that Taurus loves. The Ace of Pentacles. Show me the person that Taurus loves. The Page of Swords. Show me the person that Taurus loves. Four of Cups. Show me the person that Taurus loves. Seven of Cups. Yeah, this person's in a very kind of confused place. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And again, these cards that I put on top, they represent the person that you love, not you. Okay, so as far as, why you started with the Seven of Coins, I can definitely see why. Because this person is not going to be pushed and they're not going to be forced to do anything. First card they get is Temperance, which means that this person is just going to let time go by. That's why you have the Two of Wands there. This is a delay. This person can't be rushed. So if you're giving this person an ultimatum, you're probably going to be waiting for a really long time. Temperance is someone that is not going to be rushed. This is needing to kind of let things happen naturally. I felt this person does... I think this person is confused. We've got the Eight of Wands here. This person does kind of desire, change in your relationship, but this is definitely them here. They don't really see how to make that happen. So that makes me think that you are the Knight of Wands. We're kind of eager, like we can work this out. We can stay together. We can stay married, or we can get back together. And this person is like, how do we work this out? So again, they desire change. It's just like they're not going to really do much right now to make that happen because they're making a decision. The Seven of Coins, first card I pulled for you. So this Two of Pentacles, this is them. This is not you. They're very undecided as far as either the future of your marriage, the future of your relationship, reconciling. Like they keep going back and forth, back and forth. They don't know. Literally right here. Seven of Cups. They don't know. They're very confused as far as your relationship. Again, there's a lot of negativity in this spread. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Page of Swords. Also the Four of Cups. So, I feel because we've got the Page of Swords here. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at this. This person, again, Page of Swords represents honesty. This person could have been completely honest with you and maybe telling you that they're not happy with the situation right now. Because this is someone who is unhappy. This is someone that feels unfulfilled. So if you're married, there could have been a conversation where someone said, I'm just not happy in this marriage anymore. They were being honest with you, but they do want a new beginning. They just don't know how to make that happen. There's a sense of confusion and they're not going to be rushed. But I do think with the Page of Swords, like they've spoken their truth, which to you maybe it was not very nice. Because this is a card of being blunt. Like this person is unhappy. And with this card, you've gotten to a place where you just don't care anymore because you've been through so much. You're numb and you just kind of disconnected. And there's a sense of like complete confusion here. But I do see a new beginning. Like they kind of, as far as this new beginning, they're very undecided. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex for the month of June. Taurus and their ex for June 2020. The first card you have is Judgment. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. The Sun. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Eight of Swords, which you also had in the first spread. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Eight of Pentacles. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. The Tower. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Nine of Pentacles. So you've got 8 and 9 of Pentacles with the Tower in the middle here. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Nine of Wands. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Got the Hermit. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. And the Six of Pentacles, which was also in the first reading. So let's go ahead and take a look here. And we'll get some more in a minute. So, the first card that I pulled for you, you could not ask for a better card because Judgment does represent a new beginning, a second chance in a relationship coming back to life. And you actually have the Sun right next to it. This is success, positive energy. Remember, in the first spread that I did for you, the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, was the main energy. So, kind of similar to that. There is a lot of positive energy as far as Taurus getting back together, reconciling with an ex in the month of June. Again, very first card, Major Arcana, Judgment with the sun. It just, again, there is that feeling of like, how do we make this happen? The Eight of Swords. In the first spread, when I really zoomed in on the person that you love, which that was still your reading, I really see this person is like very confused. There's a lack of clarity. And again, it's just feeling like how? Like there's a possible new beginning, but like how do we make this happen? This is feeling trapped, a mental prison. This is feeling restricted. Like I can't reconcile with Taurus. Why? I mean, that's different for everyone because it's a general reading. They feel like they can't really go there again. Yeah, because we've got the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles with the Tower in the middle here. Because if, you know, we go back to the first spread, because I mean, if this is you're dealing with an ex here, so you're lucky because you get 2 spreads. If this is still a couple or you're still living together, this is not for you. So, I mean, I feel here, you know, as far as something changing radically in your situation, because the Tower is like, you know, everything changing or everything changing very quickly, or, you know, a complete 180, all those things, sudden change in a relationship. There's a need to really kind of work on things, and this is really building up a relationship. We also have the 9 of Pentacles, which is something totally different. This is a card of self-worth and self-love. This is somebody coming full circle. And remember, in the first spread, there was a lot of negativity. With the Devil, with the 5 of Wands, maybe there was a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments, a lot of negativity. When I confirmed the Devil, it was the High Priestess. It was like ego versus, you know, kind of coming from a higher place. This is a card of growing, of really coming full circle as an individual, seeing yourself in a positive light. It could be that maybe one or both of you kind of needs to kind of work on this for things to, you know, for there to be a big change here, because I just feel like there's a lot of negativity as far as this relationship. There's also, you know, fear. We've got the 9 of Wands. This is fear maybe of trying again, although that was the first card that I pulled for you. This is being very kind of protective, paranoid, like what if it happens again? What if we break up? Like, you know, they're wondering, like, will I get what I deserve from this person the second time around? I definitely think this person is like, they're thinking about this. We have the Hermit, which can also represent the sign of Virgo. But this is someone who is like doing some deep thinking about you, like really thinking like, could there possibly be a second chance for us? They're trying to shed some light on this. Okay, let me get a few more. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus as far as their ex for the month of June? We've got the 3 of Cups. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. Knight of Swords. Taurus and their ex for the month of June. I think the last spread, we also had the 7 of Swords, and it was the last card that was here as well. So let me just kind of move you over a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so 3 of Cups, Knight of Swords, and 7 of Swords. Interesting. So, I mean, the first card here is pretty obvious. There's still a lot of potential happiness here. This is a good time. This is, you know, possibly a celebration. You're celebrating that you've gotten back together. You've got the Knight of Swords and the Tower. And I always say these two cards are like, they're very similar, because this means that things could change very unexpectedly for you as far as your ex. You could be, you know, kind of no communication today and then together tomorrow. There's that kind of energy for you in June. But the elephant in the room, the same card from the first spread, the 7 of Swords. Because we have the 9 of Pentacles here, somebody may have to kind of, again, kind of look at their behavior, because the 9 of Pentacles is about kind of coming full circle as an individual, making good decisions. And this is making bad decisions. This is working against your own happiness. So we'll see if this is you or your ex. Let me get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus about their ex for June? You've got 5 of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus about their ex for June? King of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus about their ex for June? Oh, you've got Knight of Swords again. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let me just kind of move you a little bit in this direction. So Knight of Swords 2 times plus the Tower here in the center of the reading. So you have very kind of unexpected energy. Things could change for you in the blink of an eye. With the Knight of Swords, just kind of be prepared for the unexpected as far as an ex. We've got the King of Wands, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can also be you if you have a moon or rising and a fire sign. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you could be really feeling emotional about your ex. We got the 5 of Cups, which does represent regrets. tears, sadness, kind of mourning the loss of a relationship. But again, you're being told that although you may kind of be in a place where you may feel like there's nothing that you can do, you've got a lot of unexpected energy here. You've got a lot of unexpected energy, and I mean the fact that you're starting with Judgment and the Sun, you could not ask for better energy than that. Like there's a lot of positive energy. Like luck is definitely on your side as far as reconciling with your ex in the month of June. Even if it seems like that's, you know, pretty much you may feel like that's probably not likely to happen in June. You have a lot of positive energy to support you guys reconciling in the month of June. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some letters from this bag here. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what comes up for you. So if this is for everyone for the sign of Taurus, it could be if you're single, someone's initials could come up, somebody's name. There could be advice for you. It could be almost anything. What message is there for the sign of Taurus for June 2020? What does Taurus most need to hear about their love life for June 2020? Let's see what we've got here. So let me turn them all over first, and then we will see what happens here. And also, you know, keep your eyes open here. You might see somebody's initials. I mean, this is very personal. So there could be things here that obviously I don't know, so I may not see them. So we've got two I's. We've got two A's. We've got two N's. We've got three N's. We've got three E's. And then there's these letters here. So some of you could see a name here, somebody's initials, an X. It could also be somebody new that you're meeting. Okay, so now that you've seen that, let's see what I see here. Yeah, I mean, first word that really stands out is right here. There's more to come. Do you see that? I'm just kind of move you up a little bit. There's more to come. I feel like this is especially for those of you where you're dealing with an ex. Like there's more to come. You might think it's over. It's not. Let's see what else I see here. I also see, let's see here, run. So someone could definitely be running away from you. This comes up a lot when I've been using these letters. Somebody could be running away from a situation. Let's see. I can't help it. I mean, it's staring at me in the face here. Bin. It could be that, you know, because you did have the devil in the first spread. This could be maybe for those of you where like you're in a really toxic relationship. You got the devil and the Five of Wands. Maybe it's time to throw that relationship in the bin, in the trash, and move on. Again, I hate to say that, but the word was standing out to me. Can't help it. Okay, let's see what else. Maybe I can come up with a nicer word. Again, there could be something here that you're. Oh, look at this. Why do I always find challenging words? Somebody keeps moaning, like complaining. Again, the devil, the Five of Wands. Maybe there's a lot of bickering back and forth. Let's see. Again, let's see if I can come up with a nice word. You definitely have can. Like you can win. You can make this happen. We've got him. So it could be that, you know, some of the things that we've been seeing in the reading, this could really be talking about him here. For those female viewers who are watching, you're kind of wondering, is it me? Is it him? Because sometimes people ask me that. We've got him here. Let's see what else I can make with him up here. We've got are you, oops, sorry, are you, like someone could, for those of you where this is an X, it could be that there's communication, like, are you, like, talking again? You're talking again, and it could be, you know, like, are you okay? Which I don't see here, but, oh, look, I just came up with another one now that I said that. Got one. Like, perhaps you're thinking this person is the one. There you go, right there. Him, one. Like, he is the one. Or we can even put you in there. Like, you are the one. Depending on who's watching this. Sorry, I put the wrong letter there. Sorry. You are, there you go. You are the one. Yeah, so that's all I see here. Again, you can pause the video and kind of maybe you see something completely different. Let's see if I see any names. And if I see, because I just did another video for the sign of Aries, and I actually like saw another name after I like finished the video. If I see something that I don't put in here, look in the description box to see if I came up with another word, another name. Let's see if I see any names here. We haven't got man here. Maybe there's definitely, for the female viewers, there's definitely, maybe if you're single, definitely a new man waiting to come into your life. Look at that. We've got B. Let's see. I feel like there's a name in here, and if I don't get it, I'll put it in the description box, because it could be something that I don't see until I end the video. There's almost, but not quite. Look. There's almost a Paul, which this is not an L, but I'm just going to show there's almost a Paul here. This could be for those of you maybe where you're single and you want to meet somebody new. There could be a Paul. But remember, also when we see kind of repeating letters, like there's quite a few N's here. It could be that some of you could be meeting someone whose name starts with an N. There's lots of N's here. There's two E's. Oh, could also be a, oops, Raul. There could be an Abe. There's an Abe right there. What is this? Oh, this is a P. Yeah, so I kind of leave it there. Again, if I see something, I will put it in the description box. But as far as the names, I think that's the best that I'm going to do here. Okay, Taurus, so this has been your love reading for June 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.